I'm starting a new series and it's called The Best Ever Iron Man Rune Pure. So the goal of the series is probably pretty obvious from the title, but I want to end up being the best ever Iron Man Rune Pure in old school RuneScape. So as of making this video, let's go ahead and check out my competition. As far as I could find, this was the best Iron Man Rune Pure. What makes a Rune Pure good, an Iron Man Rune Pure, is having stats and having PVM items. So the account that we're looking at right now is called Dota. It's a maxed out Iron Man Rune Pure, or berserker pure, whatever you want to call it. And they also have some pretty decent kill counts at most bosses. So as of this moment, this is what I want to pass. If you guys know of some other Rune Pure that is even better than this, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. So the long-term goals for this account is, of course, being the best Rune Pure ever, but also to get pretty much every PVM item that I can use on this account. For melee, I will be going for some stuff that's not best in slot because the best in slot takes a while. So I will be going for the Feminine Kilt. I will be going for a Fighter Torso. Those are best in slot until I get Inquisitor, but Inquisitor is going to take a while, and I don't want to be stuck with crappy stuff until I get Inquisitor. The reason why I'm doing this series is because I've always enjoyed Iron Man, so it's going to be fun going back to my Iron Man. I haven't really played it in the past year or so, and I chose to play it as a Berserker or Rune Pure because that is a different playstyle than I'm used to for bossing and that sort of stuff. I didn't want to play just a regular main Iron Man. That is too similar to my already maxed account. So playing as a Rune Pure will provide me a very different experience while going for all the different PVM goals. It will also be fun to go and do PvP and have an effective PvP build. And the third reason is because it's just cool to have an account that no one else has. We already looked at Dota, which I think is the current best Iron Man Berserker Pure account. I don't think there's any Iron Man Berserker Pures that have all of the PVM stuff or even really close to that. So it'd be cool to be the first person to finish off all of the PVM stuff for a Berserker Pure Iron Man. The way these videos are going to work, I'm going to be putting in a lot more editing time into these videos than I do for my other videos, so hopefully they turn out pretty well and you guys enjoy them. I'm going to do commentary over most clips with just a few live commentary when I get like a big drop or something like that, along with montages in the video as well. I'm also going to do it in a season schedule, so this is going to be season 1, and I'm going to release a new video every week on Sunday until the season ends. When the season ends, there may be a break, I don't know for how long, until season 2 starts, and then once again there's going to be a video every week until season 2 ends. Kind of the reason for this is just it allows me to collect all the clips before I put anything out, and then I can edit stuff how I want and make a more well done video instead of just throwing out whatever clips I got since the last video, which can sometimes turn out to be a kind of poor video.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution.
That was a short recap of this account so far. I am using a previous account that I had. This was my 13 defense hardcore Iron Man, and I had a little series on this account. From the very beginning on this account, it was possible that I was going to go 42 or 45 defense. In fact, it was likely because I had a poll, and that is what most people voted for, was to go Rune Pure. All of these clips so far, though, are me with 13 defense. A lot of the time spent on the account was doing skilling stuff because I don't want to get to PVM and then run out of supplies or have to kill bosses in really inefficient manners using really crappy supplies. I spent a lot of time farming herbs and doing herb lore. That's why farming is one of my highest skills. I got all of my seeds, or just about all of my seeds, off of Master Farmer and seed packs. My Slayer is still pretty low, so I didn't get too many seeds off of PVM or Slayer. And in these clips you guys can see me make my unfinished potions and then making my potions. I used Harlander for a long time. I imagine most people don't use the Harlander even when they're in their 70s and 80s for herblore. But I was doing pretty much whatever I could to get herblore XP. I wanted to get my herblore up. Once I do Zora, I want to have anti-venoms. I don't want to be using Cure Me or anti-poisons. I got a ton of bird nests, and those were pretty much all from doing birdhouse runs. So remember guys, don't forget to do your birdhouse runs. Especially if you're an Iron Man, they are extremely useful. So I ended up making over 4,000 Ceridome brews. I got up to 85 herblore. That unlocks me most of the potions in the game. I moved on and went and did the wilderness diary. I did the medium and hard. The rewards off the medium and hard diary include XP lamps, cheaper entrance to the resource arena. I can have more ecumenical keys. I get access to shortcuts. And a big thing, wine of Zamorak found in the Chaos Temple in the Deep Wilderness dungeon will be received in noted form, which was my best method of gathering wines of Zamorak. Here we go, come on. Yes, dead, easy money. I brought my 60 attack piety account up to the Wines of Zamorak, so whenever I saw a PKer, I would log into that account and usually got some easy free kills. Until I get the gear for Calphite Queen, I believe this is the fastest Wines of Zamorak. With making ranging potions as well as finishing off the rest of my Ceridome brews, I was able to get up to 87 herblore. I also have been collecting Marks of Grace for a while, so I went over to the Rogue's Den and spent all of my Marks of Grace on Amethyst Crystals. I already have full Graceful, so I don't need them for that, and Amethyst Crystals are what you use to make stamina potions, so that will give me some more herblore XP, and I'll have a bunch of stamina potions to use whenever I need. And once I was done making my potions, there are the potions in my inventory. Pretty ginormous stack that should last me for a very long time. Really, the only thing I'm going to run out of and for sure going to need more of is prayer potions. I go through those so quick. With Slayer, with low defense, I overhead pretty much every task, and I don't pray flick, so yeah, I go through those really quick. Then I had an insane gargoyle task. My RNG was just crazy. I had 4 superior gargoyles. It's a 1 in 200 chance of getting superior, so I had 4 of those during this one task. And then not only that, I picked up my first 2 G-Mauls, and I got a dark mystic rope top. So you could say that's like 7 rares in probably like 130 gargoyles. I was doing a lot of Konar Slayer. One of the huge goals that I have right now, short-term goals, is to get 87 Slayer. What 87 Slayer unlocks are Krakens, and Krakens drop the Trident, and Trident is massive for magic. That is the best in slot magic for a while. Really, you just upgrade that. You can also get the Sanguinesti, which is a little bit better, and now there is the Harmonized Aura, but that is way off in the future. So Trident, for the foreseeable future, will be my best in slot magic weapon, and I really want that because I want to do Zora, and the Trident is really big at Zora. I was using Konar for my tasks. There are a few reasons for that. She's one of the masters that assigns worms, and worms drop a dragon sword, which would have been my best in slot melee weapon at this point. I was doing everything with a leaf-bladed battle axe. The reason for that is because I didn't want to finish Monkey Madness, because I wanted to be able to go back to Apital for hard clues. At this point, I hadn't decided to go 45 defense, so I was still thinking I was going to remain through 13 defense at this point in time, making the game so much harder for myself using a leaf-bladed battle axe. A second reason why I chose to use Konar for my Slayer is because you have a chance at getting Brimstone keys while on task from Konar. And with the Brimstone keys, you can open the Brimstone chest, as you guys are seeing in these clips. The loot from the chest is mostly resources, so you can get seeds, you can get raw food, you can get logs. There's no like really huge massive reward that you can get. It's just mostly a bunch of resources, which are really nice on an Iron Man account. Some of the tasks are pretty annoying though from Konar. and I'll probably switch to a different Slayer Master in the future. Then when Song of the Elves came out, I did that quest. Yes, that's how old these clips are. But what Song of the Elves unlocks me are crystal shards, which I can make divine potions with. It unlocks me zalcano, which is really good for ores. Also, that gives me the chance at getting a crystal tool seed, which I can put onto a dragon tool to make it into a crystal tool. And it unlocks me the gauntlet, which will be the place I'm going to be camping for a while for a Blade of Seldor in the future, which is the best in slot slash weapon in the game. You also get tons of alchables and gems off of the gauntlets, so it'll probably be a pretty good source of GP in the future as well. And here we have the point where I decided that I was going to go Rune Pure. These are my final stats as a 13 defense Iron Man. I would say that I made it pretty far. You could also say that I wasted a lot of time getting all of these stats and doing what I did as a 13 defense account. It would have been faster if I just went Rune Pure from the beginning. I would have had a lot more training methods and faster training methods. I had over 200 quest points, so I had just about every quest done that I could do on this account. As far as the bank, it was over 160 mil. And here's a quick scroll through for you guys. This episode was mostly recap of the account since my last Iron Man Pure video and before I actually turned Rune Pure, but next video we will be finishing all those quests to get my defense up and moving on with the account, and all of the clips are going to be much more recent. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and see you next time. I will also be doing a goodie bag giveaway every single video this season, so make sure to drop a comment below with your RuneScape name. And this giveaway for this video, episode number 1, entries are closed March 28th, 2020. I will randomly select one person to win, and they will be able to guess a number, and they'll win a Godsword based on whichever number they choose. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this one will be number 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, these are going to be in a different order and position when I actually get the winner, but that is how it's going to work. Make sure to tune into every video every week so that you don't miss out on an opportunity to win some goodies.